Shocking WWE walkouts, AEW locker room heat, a forgotten legend making waves again. You won't believe what's been cooking this week. Strap in as we bring the heat. This is the news episode every fan needs to hear. This is the burning truth, and this is the news. I can't believe my voice broke just as I did the news. Welcome back to the burning truth. And I'm here with the one, the only, the man known as the Hammer. It's Matt Burns, everybody. How are you, Matt? You okay?
I'm all good. Always good to hear the crowd. Always good to hear them.
Yeah. Always good to hear the fake applause sound.
How
are you, Matt? Are you okay?
I'm all good. I will say a bit of a more busy than usual weekend than expected.
Yeah. Tell me about it. What's going on?
Because originally I was going to go down to APW.
Yes.
Just have a glance, have a watch, just relax, support my local wrestling. They had a sudden dropout and they needed a fill-in.
There you go. Happy days. Always take your gear, Matt Burns. It's a lesson well learned. Always take your gear. So good. I'm glad you had a nice weekend. I had a pretty cool weekend. Football season kicked back in for the kids. So I had a couple of days of watching a couple of local teams that my lad plays for. So that was good. What else going on over this weekend? Not a great deal, to be fair. But that's how we like it. Nice and quiet, yeah?
Or so we thought.
Yeah, so we thought. And that brings us nicely into this special episode of The Burning Truth Live, where we are doing primarily only sort of a news show tonight. So all the other segments and stuff will be back in the coming weeks. The Buried Alives, the What Ifs, the Reboot This, the
Big Debates.
The big debates, all those other segments will be returning in the coming weeks. But for tonight, we're going to focus just on the news. We've got a little over half an hour to go through all this week's news stories. We'll see how far we get. And I think you're going to guide us, Matt Burns, through some of the stories this week.
Well, just for this week alone, did anybody watch SmackDown?
I think I may have caught SmackDown, yeah. But did anything interesting happen? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. I think we're in Chicago.
Chicago.
And everything. And the weird thing about it is, what was so good is CM Punk is popular in Chicago.
No, he's not then.
Well, much to my surprise, so is Cena.
Well, yes, very much so. And when he hit that GTS, Matt Burns...
Oh, I was like,
I love that he's doing that now. He knows he isn't going to get one-on-one matches with all the guys that he wants to before he ends his career. So he's paying homage to some homage. He did the Styles Clash a few weeks ago to Logan Paul. Obviously, he did the GTS on SmackDown to Sami Zayn. Love it.
He also did the End of Days on Logan Paul.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. So some good callbacks there to earlier feuds from John Cena. But CM Punk, popular in Chicago. Yes, he is.
Yes, he is. But one quick stop back to Cena. I'm waiting for either the pop-up powerbomb or the clothesline from Al at some point.
Maybe both. You never know.
Maybe both. But anyway, this week, CM Punk, popular. And I thought it was quite interesting that you got Seth in the crowd, which I'm surprised he didn't get mugged.
Yeah.
And everything. Announcing his wife, the man, Becky Lynch, into the ring to call out CM Punk.
Yeah. She then proceeds to slap the crap out of him again.
It looked like it was going to be a repeat of Monday Night Raw.
And before you go any further, did you hear the fantasy booking that Bully Ray did on this?
Go on.
So he said, listen, everybody knows that you know who, let's spoilers here from here on out, that AJ Lee was going to be back on SmackDown. And he said, wouldn't it be really good to double swerve him? and he said that CM Punk should have bought out Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley could have come out and said, because I'm having a match for that Intercontinental Championship, but not tonight. Tonight, somebody else is after you, and then not said anything else, and then hit AJ Lee's music. Because can you imagine the come down of Rhea Ripley coming out instead of AJ? But then the pop when she is actually there, like that whole double. I love the idea of that. But anyway, yes. So then, as you're about to say, CM Punk.
He says he doesn't hit women, even though there's footage of it.
Okay.
But no, in not real life, in wrestling, of course.
Well qualified there, Matt Burns.
I just thought I'd just throw that in because I don't want to be in trouble again for getting things wrong.
Yeah, fair dues.
But anyway,
our viewer would be disappointed.
Yes. But anyway, point being is, as that happened, right? I thought it was just great when he literally just said, "I don't need to," and you just hear AJ Lee's music hit. The pop on it was louder than Punk's, and you had to take notice of it. And I thought what was so clever about it is, it was like when they introduced the Cactus Jack character in WWE for the first time. Triple H's reaction. It was that sort of, I feel like that sort of reaction from Seth and...
Yeah, Becky Lynch played it really, really well. Like, genuinely, you could see the emotion in her face, and she played it off as fit. Really good job from her, because actually, AJ Lee is a steady wrestler, but she's not what I would call terrifying by any means.
She's not terrifying in the sense of she's like massive, tall, or anything. She's probably terrifying in the fact that her gimmick is psychological.
Yeah. She's what did they say about her? Crazy as her superpower.
Yeah.
But she's not physically intimidating. So I thought Becky Lynch played that really well, considering. And then I was really happy that she hit all the spots. The skip round the ring, had a little cheeky look at CM Punk, got in the ring, sat on the ropes, did the whole nostalgia bit, and then obviously got in and did the business with Becky.
Yep. It was just, what more can you say? The fact that you've got an entire crowd that absolutely love it, but almost an entire locker room.
Yeah.
Enough said. Me personally, I just find it interesting at this moment in time because she has signed a contract.
Do we know the details of? That's the question, isn't it?
There is some surprising details on the contract.
Go on, let's hear that. I'm interested.
It's supposedly it's signed a multi-year full-time WWE contract.
Really?
Yeah.
I am surprised because I honestly thought this was a one-off.
WWE will officially look to continue momentum from SmackDown by having Lee appear on Monday on Raw to officially set up the mixed tag team match at WrestlePalooza.
Wow. If you are watching along live, make sure you get your comments in. Let's talk about AJ Lee's return. Massive moment. A multi-year contract does surprise me, though. But does it surprise me, though, actually? Because we're imminently expecting a Paige return as well, right?
Yeah.
Paige and AJ, pretty much. For me, I know that the four horsewomen, etc. But for me, Paige and AJ are what really kicked off the...
They mirror each other.
Yeah, they're the two that really kicked off the women's revolution for me. And I know we talk about the four horsewomen coming up, etc., and what fabulous work they've done in NXT before. Always think back to TakeOver Brooklyn with Bayley and Sasha Banks. But for me, AJ and Paige, they started that whole thing, especially on the main roster.
If you want to see the actual contract signing, it's on Triple H's page on Twitter or X. Video of it.
Really? The contract signing is?
Yeah. An actual video. And what I thought was a nice touch is thank you very much for coming back and thank you for trusting in us. And it was like, no, thank you for being so welcoming back.
And I did hear that he said, you can always come home, which was a shock to maybe 5 or 6 people that I can think of off the top of my head. Let's talk Chris Jericho, John Moxley, Sasha Banks. There are plenty of names out there. You can always come home.
You can always come home, which straight away, as soon as that was said, I was like, oh, especially as it might actually feed into the one of my next topics.
Go on, let's talk about it. Let's move on. Moving on.
Chris Jericho. He's responding to the rumors that he's returning to WWE after his AEW contract expires.
Okay.
Now, he's recently spoke with the Daily Mail at, I believe it was
the Daily Mail. The Daily Mail, fantastic.
When asked about online reports if he was heading back to WWE after his AEW contract expires, Jericho said he's not going anywhere anytime soon, but didn't rule out a potential return to his former company either.
I'm telling you now, if he is not at Royal Rumble 2026, I will eat. I will eat something live on stream that I don't like. We'll have to pick something.
Marmite.
Oh, I hate Marmite. Yeah, okay.
Boom!
Not at Royal Rumble 2026. I will eat Marmite. You're paying for it.
I'll be happy to pay for it.
Jericho, I think he's a cert, and I know we're not sure, but I think he's a cert.
It's still hit and miss because it can go back either way, but the thing is, you can tell Jericho's playing things close to his chest because he's still hinting at certain things, and it's
it's like somebody who's going to be in an Avengers film. They can't come out and tell you what it is without getting in big trouble. So it'll be what it'll be,
unless you're the most recent Spider-Man.
Yeah, unless you're Tom Holland. Yeah, absolutely fair, very fair.
No, but with Chris Jericho, I feel as though he's got so many opportunities right now.
Yeah, and he's a crossover star in the music industry.
Oh yeah,
done great things. He doesn't have to come back to WWE. He could retire quite happily. Maybe he wants to come back and have one last run before he retires. I don't really know where he fits in WWE other than a short run between Rumble and Mania to retire. Tell the truth. Honestly, that's how I feel.
Interesting.
But I would love to see Chris Jericho back. One of my early favorite wrestlers, Chris Jericho, from when I first started watching in my early fandom, as they say. So yeah, really excited for that. Really excited about the idea. And like I say, I'll eat Marmite if he doesn't come back at the Rumble. Because if you think about it, right, I've been talking about this all year, but the Rumble is going to be in Saudi.
Saudi money.
Therefore, no, it's not that. It's the fact that, so if the Rumble's going to be in Saudi, the crowd, the surprises are going to have to be at a certain level for the crowd to pop.
And Jericho is going to be a big one.
And Jericho is one of those people. Yeah, Jericho is one of those people that get an easy surprise pop. Like, yeah.
Now, it's a nice surprise. It would be a nice return, correct?
Yeah, I think so.
Now, there's a name in wrestling. I'm going to jump over to another piece of news. Okay. Now, there's a name that is probably blacklisted by most of the top companies. And
yes,
it's not
there
the one
is.
And it's not the one you think.
Oh, okay.
You're thinking I was going to go down the certain bro, weren't you?
No, actually, my mind had gone somewhere else. My mind had gone for the certified G and the bona fide stud.
Oh, I don't know about that one myself yet. So you might have to clean me up on that one. But anyway, Austin Aries has announced his rebirth with a new name and mission statement. He dubbed himself the King of Controversy. Now, he used to be the greatest man that ever. No, he used to be the greatest man that ever lived.
Yeah.
But the fact that he's now going on the King of Controversy, I know exactly why, because he was controversial.
Yeah, I used to really like Austin Aries.
And then we got to really see Austin Aries.
It was a moment in time, wasn't it? Certainly a really talented wrestler, but yeah, for me, I just think not the sort of person I would want to be associated with. I don't think Matt Beers.
No, at the moment he's only linked up to MLW. I don't think he's going to go any higher. If he ever does decide to go back to WWE, they'll probably just put him on Evolve.
I don't think he'll get in WWE. TNA, maybe. I don't think he'll get in WWE.
No, I don't. No, he won't get back in TNA.
Well, I was just thinking TNA with all the change in management, etc.
No, he's blacklisted completely.
Oh, okay.
He's on a blacklist because of the whole no selling a major pay-per-view and literally walking out like, oh, I'm fine.
Oh, right. Okay. So this was around the time that I wasn't watching TNA, I imagine.
Yeah, trust me, it was not a good look. Not a good look. But anyway, that aside, moving on. Now, for yourself, you'd mentioned something to do with a bona fide G.
Yeah, when you're just talking about wrestlers that were blacklisted and were controversial, Enzo was just top of my list of people that I thought.
Well, he seems to be doing the rounds lately, doing quite well for himself. But we'll get to other people first. To be honest,
can we talk about Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson?
Anything directly?
Yeah, I want to talk about his weight loss, Matt Beans. Have you seen him?
Oh, no. You're not on about The Rock. You're on about the Pebble.
The final boss is what I'm talking about. He looks great. Yeah, I think he looks great. If you haven't seen it, he's lost a hell of a lot of weight, a hell of a lot of muscle mass, actually. And he might just want to live longer. You never know what kind of injuries he's got, stuff like that. Or maybe it's because he's an actor and he wants better parts. But he could be getting ready for a role. But oh my God, does he look different? And his head is huge. If you haven't seen it, make sure you Google a picture of Dwayne Johnson at his latest
I've seen it.
Appearance, if you like. But oh my God, yeah, I think he might be done in terms of wrestling because I can't see him coming back to wrestling looking as he does. But I think he looks great, and it was just a shock to see Dwayne Johnson, to see The Rock like that.
It's almost like the same shock that you got when you saw Batista.
That is exactly what it was like.
Yeah.
That is exactly what it was like.
It was that sort of shock.
Yeah,
it was
and
just like, whoa!
How much muscle mass he's lost, but I mean, he looks great for it, and he was
definitely.
He was verging on too big. So yeah, I'm glad he's happy, healthy.
And he supposedly had a good, really movie premiere with the Smashing Machine.
Yes. Yeah. So yeah, great time to be alive for fans of Dwayne Johnson.
Yep.
What else, Matt Burns? Let's move on to our next story.
Let's move back to an update on AJ Styles' WWE status following a recent retirement tease.
Yeah, well, he said he was going to retire when his next deal ends, and he was going to end his deal like he was going to end his career with WWE. That's the last I heard. That was probably 6 months ago.
He's literally got an image of his logo fading into sand in like an
hourglass style.
Yeah, as an image, he's hinting at it's coming. It's soon.
It's coming to the end. And every wrestler's got the right to call their shot, to say when it's done. It's sad to happen, but for AJ Styles, he wants to go out on top. He wants to go out on the top of his game, and so he should. Yeah.
Now, it supposedly is retirement. His current deal is set to expire around about February 2026.
Okay.
I'm just trying to think when the Rumble is.
Well, it'll be end of January, so yeah, we will just get a Rumble from AJ, but for him not to get to Mania, I don't know how I feel about that.
I think he'll probably do an extension for Mania.
Maybe. We can hope, can't we? We can hope that he'll get through Mania.
Yeah.
But to see AJ Styles' career come to an end will be sad. But he was never, although he he was so successful in WWE when he first came in, and he had a great run, and he has had a great run. For him to be winding up his career around the same time as John Cena feels really poetic, because those two were the face of the two biggest brands in American wrestling of their time, AJ Styles of TNA and John Cena of WWE. So that feels really poetic that they are maybe coming to the end of their careers at the same time.
It is just really shocking, though, isn't it?
Yeah, but sad. Can we talk about Matt Baines? Can we move on? I'm sorry, I'm moving the conversation here, but I really want to talk about timeless Toni Storm. And I want to talk about some AEW news that she's facing multiple challenges at the next event. Is this right?
It is.
Right. So talk to me about that then.
I'm just trying to get the information up quickly.
Jamie Hayter, Thekla, and Chris Statlander are the competitors for the women's championship. What's the story here, Matt Baines? Why are we having a 4-way? Has timeless Toni Storm not proved that she can hold a feud with any woman in wrestling?
I think it's just a way to break up the whole division. So if it's a time for Toni to lose, this could be it.
Really? I can't believe. I mean, what happened with the Mercedes Moné?
No. What I mean, she could lose it, but without getting pinned.
Yeah. But what happened to the whole Mercedes Moné feud? I didn't think that was over. I thought we were going to continue that. Again, get your thoughts in the chat if you want to.
It continued for so long, for a bit. Now, this is all for All Out, if I'm not mistaken. And you said Jamie Hayter, Chris Statlander. And now what I don't get is, where does the whole Jamie Hayter and Thekla fit in? I thought it would have just been Chris Statlander. Personally. I just feel as though it's just getting 2 extra women on the card, but I just feel as though that could be a way to pivot to get somebody out of the 2 extras potentially being the next champion or something.
Yeah, okay.
It's sort of like
look strong.
Yeah.
Okay, but they could do that on the TV show, couldn't they?
Yeah, which is insane.
Okay, so Toni, do we honestly think Toni Storm's losing the title in this match? What percentage chance would you give her of losing it? I think it's pretty low probability. I don't know why
30.
You would take it off Toni Storm.
30.
Okay. So I'm not too worried about it then. What else is going on in the world of pro wrestling, Matt Baines?
Wow. As I was mentioning about AJ Styles and everything.
Oh yes.
I was gonna bear in mind, where's he got a big chunk of his history? Where's he known from?
TNA, baby.
Now, TNA has just had a shock surprise.
Oh, Mr. Anderson's back. Anderson.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. Did not see that one coming.
No, I thought he'd retired.
I thought he did. I generally thought he retired. I thought he was just doing his podcast, the mic drop.
Yeah. So here comes Mr. Anderson. That's the best I could do without being too loud. Anderson. So AJ Styles, we think AJ Styles will go back, do we? Do we think he'll do that? I mean, he went back and did the announcement, but he didn't go back and do any. He didn't build a feud. He didn't.
I think he's done with TNA.
So what are we talking about? Then?
I was just using the transition from him being.
Oh, so we can talk about Mr. Anderson. I'm with you.
I was trying to use the segue. You cut me off twice.
Sorry, dude. So yeah, Mr. Anderson back in TNA. Shocking. He's going to feud with.
He's doing bits and bobs at the moment. I've only just seen it myself because I've only just seen it just now. Aside from that,
I thought you'd be better prepared than this, Matt Baines.
Oh, come off it! I only just saw this moment, just as I'm talking.
Moment. Just this moment, matey. Oh dear! You know we've probably gone nearly 40 episodes without me doing that.
What was that?
Going, matey.
It doesn't get old.
It doesn't get old. It does not get old.
I accept it.
Yeah, so I can't see anything on my page about Anderson, although I do remember seeing it in the news. I think he's come back to challenge someone. I'm going to just type it in.
I'm wondering if it's to do with Frankie Kazarian.
No, it's here we go. Got it now.
You got it up?
He was introduced by Frankie Kazarian.
Yeah.
But it was actually in response to it's not on that one. I've definitely read it. I know I have. And it was his first match in nearly a decade. So 9 years he'd been away from wrestling.
Yeah. Now,
it was he tagged with Steve Cutler against Frankie Kazarian and Jake something. So it was that whole feud that's going on there at the minute.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Which seems to be a bit interesting, but
can we talk about can we talk about the cost of tickets for WWE?
If you want.
So there's a news article this week from TJRWrestling.net, in case you're interested. And Nick Khan was talking about tickets prices. And the fan said that he'd be honest, the prices are a little crazy. It's great, but they're a little crazy. And Nick Khan said, "What? They're too cheap, you're saying?" And the fan said, "No, they're too steep. At least for me, that's just me." And Nick Khan said that he understood that. He understands that they're too high, but I suppose it's about making the most of the cash. It's about making the most of how. Let me frame my thought here. It's about making the most of the popularity of wrestling currently, because while wrestling's hot, you want to try and make as much money as you can from WWE's point of view. Because as soon as it starts dwindling again, and we know wrestling's cyclical, we know sometimes it's up here and sometimes it's down here. And when it's down here, you can't fill the buildings, you can't get the cash in. So while it's this popular, the prices have got to be high, surely. Supply and demand.
I agree to disagree. I think there's a fine line.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have to, remortgage your house to just get one ticket. I got a ticket on the 17th row.
I mean, I work with a guy who was telling me today he had tickets. He was in the 4th row in Manchester a few weeks ago. Main event was CM Punk, Sami Zayn, and Penta versus the Judgment Day. And he said for 2 tickets, 4th row cost him somewhere in the region of 350 quid.
A ticket?
For 2. And that was a live event, not a TV taping, etc.
If it was TV taping, that would have been 300 per seat. I mean, if it's definitely on camera side, probably even higher. Yeah. That's where it gets silly for me personally. That's where I draw a bit of the line with it, because it's like you're now selling yourself out of your own.
Yeah, but they're still filling the venues, Matt Bain, so you can't even say that. If they were too high, people wouldn't buy them. That's the thing, isn't it? Anyway,
I get it. I get it.
We're going to agree on this. And listen, I'm with everyone else. I wish that the tickets were cheaper. I do.
That could be a big debate topic. Who knows?
Hey, maybe we should do that. We've got time for one more news story before we go, Matt Baines. Make it a good
last one. And unfortunately, it's on about someone who many people have lately been calling a jackass.
Me?
Nope.
Not this time.
Matt Riddle.
Oh, bro.
Oh, wow.
Go on then, talk to us about this, because I've heard nothing about Matt Riddle.
Right. Matt Riddle no-showed a UK promotion.
Did he really?
Yeah. When it was meant to be a charity show as well.
Ooh, that's not a good look.
No, it's not. It's not a good look, especially when it was meant to be for abuse victims as well.
Oh.
No-showed, and then didn't message at all for a long while. Now, fair enough, he's paid some of the money back. I don't know if he's paid.
More back?
He hasn't paid it all back. He's paid part of it. The thing he hasn't paid back is his travel expense. Now, suppose,
and that's according to the news story that you found on
that would be on WrestleZone.com.
Okay, so that's from WrestleZone.
From WrestleZone, and
covering your back, mate. You're only reporting what you've read.
Correct. But the thing about it is, what's interesting with it, and I've seen, and this is also on other news streamers and everything,
outlets, yeah,
and everything. It's the system there saying that why hasn't he paid it all back? And supposedly the reason why he didn't decide to go was because, oh, bro, it didn't have a meal in it. It didn't have an in-flight meal in it. So you no-showed an entire event for charity because it didn't have an in-flight meal. One problem, there was an in-flight meal with it. Right, you just had to book it online. Probably too stoned to notice.
Maybe. Who knows? That is the end of our news for today, Matt Burns. Thanks for being so good and taking us through there. Sorry that I kept distracting you and taking you to places that you weren't prepared for. But I really wanted to talk about tickets, and I really wanted to talk about Timeless Tony Storm. What can people do if they want to follow us?
Oh, pretty much just check out on the social media. Check out the website, which is www.theburningtruthuk.com. Or if you go to any of these social media, you can look for something. What can we look for? Oh, yeah. Big, massive belt that's above our heads and one right behind me.
Absolutely, yeah. If you're searching for the Burning Truth and you see that championship belt, this one, you are in the right place. So make sure you give that a follow. You can also hit the subscribe button just below. It's free to do so. And if you hit that subscribe button, you'll be well in with us. You'll get all our videos, etc. So you can see what we're up to. We're releasing content at least once a week, maybe twice, depending on what we're doing. We do reactions, watch-alongs, news stories, and our general podcast goes on here as well. So loads and loads of good stuff when you follow the Burning Truth.
The truth shall set you free.
Okay.
I'm joking. I'm just doing a movie quote there. It doesn't matter. But anyway, however, honestly, make sure to follow and subscribe, add in comments wherever you can. We are always grateful because honestly, it does actually help us with that YouTube algorithm and get us more notice, more love, and building a massive, massive wrestling community.
We want to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. That's what we want to do. So every single subscription helps. So please hit that subscribe button. We'll love you forever.
Help us reach that goal. Come on, we can do this. But more importantly with that, as I've always said, please keep that fire burning if you could, please. For us, stay fired up, stay passionate. Check out your local wrestling. Believe me, if I check out my local wrestling, I end up on the show.
They need
somehow.
you.
They need me. But anyway, of course, most importantly, always remember DSTBA. And in case you don't know what that means, it of course means don't forget to be awesome.